In 1986, under the direction of Suffan, actress and producer from Thompson Films, a martial arts movie was conceived with a main cast of children, intended for the enjoyment of a young audience. The script was developed by the newly formed group of writers, Thompson Group, consisting of Zhou Qin Chen, Shuoyong Shan, Lin Ling Fei, and Liu Huilan. The direction was handled by Chan Mei Hun with prior experience, and Chu Ping, who was younger. Lam Man Chan was in charge of designing the fight sequences. The casting for the main roles fell on 3 young actors: Yen Chin Kuo, 12 years old, with an extensive career and several movies already made; Cho Ha-fu, 13 years old, and Chen Sanyun, only 7 years old, both newcomers to the cinema. Jen and Cho, with their martial arts background, were perfect for their roles, while Chen, with a natural inclination towards comedy, provided the humorous balance. The cast was completed with the participation of the experienced Chen Yui Lu and Tana Yi Chen. The film achieved great success in Asia, leading to the production of 6 sequels between 1986 and 1990, and inspired the creation of other similar projects, notably Shaolin Poppy in 1994. The plot centers on the adventures of 3 siblings, Zhao, Akuo, and Xiaopan, who spent their childhood in the isolation of a mountain under the guidance of their grandfather. This veteran master in the art of combat has taught them various self-defense techniques, but has kept them away from interacting with other people, including their own grandmother, who lives in the metropolis. Driven by curiosity, the young ones embark on a journey to meet her, encountering unexpected challenges due to their unfamiliarity with the urban world. Despite the setbacks, the values and compassion taught by their grandfather will drive them to use their martial skills for the benefit of those in need. Once they became adults, the 3 good boys went their separate ways. Chuo Xiaohu, the eldest brother, leveraged his growing physical strength and authentic kung fu to break into the entertainment world. He became a film producer and acted in several film and television dramas. Recently, he moved to work behind the camera, directing well-known series such as Taiwan the Sun and The Sound of the Cannon, after Chen. Chong Yuan, known for his roles in comedies, left acting to become an engineer. During his adolescence, Yan Chen Kuo strayed from the right path. He dropped out of school several times, fell into drug addiction, and got involved in crimes related to narcotics, weapons, and theft. He served an 11-year sentence for a kidnapping and ransom case, obtaining parole in 2012. After his release without settling his debts, he redeemed himself by teaching calligraphy and collaborating in charity work. This transformation brought him back to the world of entertainment, where he directed and starred in the charity film Eve. In 2018, he took on the direction of Yao Tot 2, Rise of the King, a box office hit that grossed $127 million Taiwanese dollars, marking the beginning of his second life. Shoja, after finishing his studies, began looking for a job at a gas station. His experience as a celebrity, reflected in his resume, raised doubts about his ability to handle stress, making it difficult for him to find someone to hire him. He eventually found work as a janitor in a flower shop. His path took an unexpected turn when a martial arts instructor, with whom he had worked during his childhood in the movie Kung Fu Kids, offered him the opportunity to train as a martial artist. This new skill allowed him to reintegrate into the entertainment world, this time as a stage director. Chen Chongyuan, a chubby 33-year-old, is now starting his own business as a computer engineer. He also mentioned in his book that he was bullied. The good boy image seems to have brought darkness to the growth of both. He recounts that his classmates verbally humiliated him. My mother asked me to pretend I hadn't heard anything. It's better to do more than to do less. However, his 6th grade tutor didn't like him either. On the first day of class, the teacher asked, "Who is Chen Chongyuan? Who is he? I'll be watching you." Once, I was late to a movie and the teacher asked me to kneel directly next to the podium and in front of the blackboard. Chen Chongyuan stopped filming. However, the aura of a good kid followed him. He was beaten by a senior student, suffered a concussion, and was hospitalized for 3 days. He said, "I never thought filming was cool. It's more fun than being in school. Being bullied always made him feel sick to his stomach. 1000. Yan Chen-kuo indeed stood out from the rest. It was he who ultimately ruined his own future. After a period of success with Kung Fu Kids, Taiwanese cinema began to decline. This plunged Yan Chen-kuo into a slight depression and unfortunately led him to get involved in criminal activities, resulting in a 5-year prison sentence. Yu Sand. The incident was a hot topic on social media. It's hard to imagine how they related to the term crime. Yanchenko has broken the law again, showing a radical change from his time with the Kung Fu Kids. More than a decade later, news spread that Yan Chen-kuo had broken the law again, which increased the general disappointment towards him. This time his crime was more serious, and he received a 15-year prison sentence. For a young person, 15 years behind bars feels like an eternity. Determined to attend his parents' funeral, Yan Chen-kuo chose personal renewal, Yusand. Despite his previous acts of rebellion, his father's death affected him deeply. He requested parole 3 times to attend the burial, and was finally present, although handcuffed, during the funeral ceremony. Overwhelmed by sadness, he committed to reforming his life and taking a new direction. Thanks to his exemplary behavior, he was released before serving his full sentence. During his time in prison, Yan Chen-kuo dedicated himself to the art of calligraphy. Once free, he taught this discipline at a community institute and a center for juvenile offenders. Additionally, he resumed his career in the world of film and television, embarking on new cinematic projects. His recent work, Alkakuzu 2, The Rise of the King, achieved notable success, generating over 100 million in box office revenue and positioning him among the directors whose films have surpassed that figure. A promising and successful future is envisioned for him. Yan Chen-kuo released a literary work called Leave Behind the Confrontation and Bring New Nuances to Life, Adolescence, and the Evolution of the Good Boy. In the introduction, Yan Chen-kuo reflects, "What happened, happened. It has already redeemed my mistakes. It's not worth clinging to what was. My desire is to embrace the now and transform dreams into realities."
Все в порядке, братья? Нормально. А ты?